Hi viewers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking insulation. The house has been insulated and it is exciting. We chose to do spray foam for most everything and first impressions, this stuff is cool. I'm glad we went with spray foam. So here in Oklahoma, what is typical is we use open cell spray foam, and then we fill the cavity, and then they shave the walls flat. So we've got a full, 2x4 width of foam there. I'll talk more about the foam in a second. Since I'm in the garage, I figured I'll show you the other insulation we did. So much like in the mechanical room, we did kind of mineral wool bad insulation, just because we had to finish that out first. And so we chose to do the same thing for this common wall between the garage and the house. Since we spray foam the garage, it'll be kind of part of the envelope. Even though the garage isn't conditioned, we still need insulation between the garage and the house. And so this was a good economical compromise. Saved us some money by doing the mineral wool, and of course, and me doing it myself versus having the contractor do it. So I saved money there. It's not the cleanest work because it's my first time working with the stuff, and it gets hard, especially around all the plumbing over there. You can see it's kind of a mess, and the fact that there's no wall on the other side, right? So this is all just hanging in midair. So, but I think it'll work, and I think it'll be fine. So we did mineral wool there, and then in the garage ceiling, we went with the old standby, Pink Panther fiberglass insulation, because it was what I could get, and it was relatively cheap. And so we basically, for each one of these runs, we used a roll of R30. I think it's 25-foot R30 attic insulation, and I think that might even be overkill for this scenario, for the ceiling in the garage. But I think it's going to work really well. One thing I did chose to do, and I honestly didn't do my homework on this, but I figured this is the right course of action, is for the HVAC. We haven't talked about HVAC yet, but for the HVAC, we've got some return chases, basically, that rather than running ductwork, they're just using these joists as the kind of return ducts, and they go all the way down into the laundry area where the actual return vent's going to be. And so because that was going to have constant airflow, I didn't think we wanted fiberglass in there, because I don't like breathing fiberglass. I don't know anyone who does. So we left those uninsulated. I figure that's the right move. If it's not, or you should do something different, tell me in the comments. How would you handle that, or how are you supposed to handle that if I didn't do it right? So we got lucky on the fiberglass, because for the most part, all of these joists are 12-inch on center, which means we were able to just pack this roll of fiberglass insulation in there, and it just stays. For the ones that are a little wider, we just use a combination of pipe strap and duct strapping, stapled up and screwed up and whatever, and it's hanging a little more than I'd like, but when the drywall's up, no one cares, and so it should be fine. All right, so let's talk about spray foam. Let me just kind of walk the house and show you. Very cool stuff. So basically what they do is they spray the entire envelope of the house. So every exterior wall, the entire top of the roof deck. All right. And yeah, that's it. I mean, and the company we use, they did not cheap out on the foam either. Up in the attic area where they didn't shave it, they filled the 2x6 roof joist to like 2x8. I mean, they were overflowing. Let me see if I can give you a good picture. So here's an attic area. You can see kind of where the joists are, right? There's my electrical boxes that I put in for lighting. They're just practically buried in foam, which is a good problem to have. I don't mind digging them out because they did a fabulous job, I thought, on this foam. They foamed everything, and they foamed it very well. This stuff isn't cheap, but because of the insulating properties of this, you know, for the HVAC, which we'll talk about in the future video when I actually get it. Still waiting. You can see we have ducts and whatnot, but we're still waiting on the actual equipment. And we're running the house on 1 5-ton. Multi-zone, but 1 5-ton heat pump and furnace. And so that's it. And we can do that because of spray foam. So hopefully this will be very favorable to the energy bills. As you can see on the other side of the attic, there's that return I was talking about with the chases. That's where it comes in from the garage, but you can see the entire house is encased in foam. So very cool product. And these guys did this in a day and a half. Like, they brought 2 trucks with 2 sprayers, I guess, and I guess we caught them at the right time where they were ready to go. So I was very amazed that they got this done in literally a day and a half to get this done. So that's about it. That's all I really know for spray foam here. The stuff is pretty fragile. Let me show you. All right. So it's light and it just, you know, it just crumbles. So avoid the temptation, right? It's kind of like picking a scab. If you dig into your walls, you may soon have a very big hole in your wall. But it works really well. And the nice thing is I had to run some extra wires for the electrical, some switches that I forgot and just didn't think about running until after spray foam was done. So I had to cut into the spray foam, right, and run the wires, and I thought it'd be a big pain in the butt. Not really. It wasn't too bad. Actually, I'll show you that real quick. I forgot to run the switches for here, because this is the switch right here that runs up to the can lights, way up high. I hadn't run that switch leg yet. So that guy, right, I was able to cut into this foam, right, and no problem running it. The other one I had to do, and this one I got really lucky, was right here. I had to run this additional outlet for my wife. So in her vanity in the master bathroom, she's gonna have a hot drawer where she can have, you know, pull out of the cabinet, and she's got curling iron, flat iron, or hair dryer, all that stuff. And so the idea being that, you know, if you got a flat iron that's really hot, you can just put it in this drawer, and it's designed to hold the hot thing and not have anything burn, but also nice cord management too. So we've got an outlet down here that'll be hidden, and then we can wire up a nice, you know, power strip or whatever inside the cabinet and have good cord management. So all of her hair stuff, right, will be able to be plugged in and have power and all that. So, but of course I forgot to wire that in until after spray foam. So luckily I was able to basically pull power off this guy, right, drop him down there, and then run a new jumper from there back to there, all in the same stud bay. So I got lucky there. So, I mean, you can kind of see right here where kind of my wire's going, right? But it worked really well, and I think my builder actually came back in and foamed this after the fact. I kind of packed some foam back in there, but he kind of touched it up. So, yeah, guys, I think that's about it for insulation. Some tips. So, TV box. This is where the recessed master TV box is going to go. And I had in my head, hey, I'll just do a cut-in box after the fact. Well, that works if you're not on an outside wall. If you're on an outside wall and you get spray foam, you got to do stuff like this, where now I had to kind of cut away myself and have a void so I can put that box. So, and this is kind of tips in general. If you can make the hole before drywall, make the hole. Whether it be electrical, low voltage, whatever. If I could do it again, I would get TV boxes that were able to be kind of roughed in and not done after the fact. That's one thing that I wish I had done. So I would highly recommend that. Put every box you can in early, wire everything early, make the drywallers cut holes for you. And so you just know where it is. You don't forget about it. You don't scramble at the last minute, All right, so anyway, that's it. I think that's it for installation. So, oh, we have a door. Door's in. Bonus footage. Front door's in. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about it other than just we have the front door in. Obviously needs painted, but that is a good, milestone. So I think, okay, that's it now. That is it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you later.